So really what I would have done is the first paragraph is, what is the picture right now? We are fully focused on restoring all systems. This is how many have been affected. We are sorry, and we are very much focusing on restoring every system as soon as possible. Next, welcome back to PR with Serena. I am Serena, and this is a place where you get to learn all about public relations for your brand and for your business. Now, at the moment, my focus is on reputation management. It's this wonderful branch within public relations. And reputation is something that you all have and that can get affected. So you need to learn how to monitor and monitor and manage it and maintain it. You've got to learn to maintain it, because an issue or a trend could just come out of nowhere. And so you've got to learn to be able to anticipate these things. But hang on a second, what if you can't anticipate something that suddenly goes wrong? Well, we have a case study for you. I'm going to go through Crowdstrike's statements that they have published and posted primarily on X, formerly Twitter. So I thought, let's, for this episode, look at that. Let's go through each line of that statement and see what we can learn about how public relations is done, whether it's done well in this instance, what you can take away from it for you to manage your own reputation, but also be able to communicate with your audience during times of uncertainty and unpredictability. So grab yourself a coffee, whatever you have, and let's get into this. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to look at CrowdStrike's statement that they put out. Now, there were many statements that were put out at this time. And if you remember, it's one of those times where you found that there was just so much coverage of the situation. So you can get a lot of second and third hand information. So you got to be very aware of the fact that there will be second hand and third hand information that will be circulating and doing its thing and informing your audience. So you've also got to contend with that aspect. Make a note of that. Okay, so let's go through this statement that was put out and pinned on CrowdStrike's X account. This was on the 21st. So it's the 23rd today. So it was Sunday, and this I think happened on Friday, and it's been pinned. So let's have a look. So it begins, CrowdStrike continues to focus on restoring all systems as soon as possible. So immediately, continuing, meaning we're doing the work and it will continue, it will carry on. So we're still in the process. That's essentially what that means. To focus on restoring all systems as soon as possible. So then we know that this is quite a big issue. It's all systems, and they're still very much in the process of doing it. So that's immediately letting you know what the state of play is. Of the approximately 8.5 million Windows devices that were impacted, a significant number are back online and operational. Okay, so they're giving you the exact number of Windows devices that were impacted, but it's approximately, so it's not exact, sorry. It's of the approximately 8.5 million Windows devices that were impacted, a significant number are back online and operational. Significant, we don't know what that is. There's a little bit of spin there. So this is where reporters, journalists will want more information, and CrowdStrike will use this opportunity to put those facts out so they can stop getting emails and calls. This is a way to let people know what the picture is, or what the picture is that they are prepared to share. So of the approximately 8.5 million, we don't know what the total is, but it's approximate. A significant number are back online and operational. How much is significant? Significant to whom? Significant is a relative term, but is significant enough for this issue? It's a great word to use when you've got to be vague. That's the beauty of PR. Next paragraph, or a couple of lines really. Together with customers, we tested a new technique to accelerate impacted system remediation. Okay. Immediately it starts, gonna sneeze. Okay. Immediately it starts together with customers, meaning we do this work with our customers. We care about our customers. So great start to the statement, okay? Together with customers, we tested a new technique to accelerate impacted system remediation. So, giving you a bit of context, and it's a new technique that we are testing, and it's to accelerate. So, it's to improve the customer experience, your experience. We're in the process of operationalizing an opt in to this technique. We are making progress by the minute. Okay, so what they're saying here is that we're in the process of inputting, installing, operationalizing an opt-in to this technique. So we're not done yet. There was a failure here, but this is part of the process and we are making progress. So there's been a mistake, something's gone wrong, but we're still committed to our goal and our value. And if I quickly just jump to their site, they had a really good strap line that pretty much tells you what they're about. Unified platform, one agent, complete protection. So it's pretty full on, like strap line there. So okay, let's continue. So we understand the profound impact this has had on everyone. Profound is definitely a good word because it's impacted people's business, customers, admin, time, money, all of it. We know our customers, partners, and their IT teams are working tirelessly, and we are profoundly grateful. Profoundly, again, profound is at least it's not so businessy, but just pay attention to this line: our customers, partners, and their IT teams. Those are a very prominent group of stakeholders that they need to address, and they have essentially named them. So keep that in mind as well, that those stakeholders have been named so we know who this has affected and who's really part of this process to get things back on track. We apologize for the disruption this has created. Our focus is clear: to restore every system as soon as possible. Okay, let's just go to the last paragraph before I continue with my analysis. We will continue to provide updates as information becomes available and new fixes are deployed. To get assistance, follow updates in our hub. So they have a call to action or somewhere you can go. We will continue to provide updates. Okay, as and when information becomes available and new fixes are deployed. So they're very much in the process. Just have a look. So the first bit is very much that we are in the process of restoring systems and giving you a bit of a number, sort of an indication of the number that were affected. Then they're giving some context that we do this with customers. We're still going to continue to make this improvement to your experience with this tech. Then they say, okay, hands up. We completely understand this has affected you profoundly. And they're naming all the people. And then we apologize for the disruption this has created. I think that could have done with more work. We apologize for the disruption this has created is a very generic line, and it's very short. And it comes towards the end. Our focus is clear: to restore every system as soon as possible. That, I think, could have been moved up. And then you could be giving the context and how you see that this has affected the different stakeholders. So really what I would have done is the first paragraph is, what is the picture right now? We are fully focused on restoring all systems. This is how many have been affected. We are sorry, and we are very much focusing on restoring every system as soon as possible. Next, we with our customers tested a new technique to accelerate impacted system remediation. We're in the process of operationalizing it. We understand it's impacted these customers, these stakeholders profoundly, and they are all working tirelessly to get this, corrected, and we will continue to provide updates as information becomes available. So you've given the apology all the way up in the first statement. That would be my take on this, my assessment. That's what I would like to share with you in how you can go about constructing a message like this. I have some brilliant news to share with you. Thank you so much for listening this far. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Let me tell you a little bit more about me and what's on offer for you. And I'm very excited about this. So quickly take a sip of coffee. I have decided to bring together 20 years of my experience in public relations and comms communications, particularly reputation management in more recent years. And I'm also a chartered practitioner. And I decided, okay, the thing that affects brands and businesses, entrepreneurs, creators, artists, small to medium sized businesses and small entities, solopreneurs, you know who you are. The thing that affects them, the thing that they perhaps couldn't control given their skill set, because let's just say their skill set or their specialism isn't PR like me, is reputation. Reputation is everything. You try and manage it through your social media, through your sales, through your marketing. But how can you manage it, monitor it, maintain it so that you can continue to thrive as a business, meet your objectives, meet your goals? Otherwise, it can become a real worry for you. And so that's why I put together a free ebook download called Don't Get Cancelled, which is available to you. You can go ahead and download it. Now, the time that this video is out, my new site and new course might not be available, but it may very well be depending on when you're watching this. I have just fully committed to Kajabi, and Kajabi has rocked my world. The Kajabi experience has essentially done for me what I do for clients and others. It's asked me questions that I've been able to answer to get far more, let's say, focus and far more clarity on what it is I want to offer and share with my ideal person, the audience, the business, the small to medium sized business, the brand owner, the entrepreneur, the creator. Because you see, you wear so many different hats. Sales and marketing is part of it. But do you have a handle on your reputation? Have you been able to assess? Have you been able to anticipate so that you are in a state of preparedness, so that you are prepared if an issue or a trend comes up, like with CrowdStrike, and you have a few lines already to share with your audience and you have a plan of where you need to share it? This is the kind of thing that PR and comms does. But how can I distill this? How can I put it applicable way? And that's where Kajabi came in. And that's where I'm devising courses. I'm nearly there. And I'll be sharing that with you. So those new links will be available for you very soon. And you can really get into plans and how to implement this for yourself on a monthly basis. It's almost like setting some time aside, half an hour every month. Say, okay, guys, we're going to look at, it might just be you. Okay, me. I'm going to be looking at the reputational management plan that we have in place, because we know who our audience is. We know what the risks are. We know what the issues and trends could potentially be. We've done a quick scan of our industry, our landscape, the sentiment of our audience using our metrics and our analytics on our social media platforms and whatever platforms we use. So we can put together a little bit of a picture. We're doing this in a deliberate and intentional way every month so that we are not caught on the back foot, so that we're not passive. We are very much prepared. And that's what I want to do for you, and I will be doing for you. Please look out for that. If you haven't already subscribed, definitely do that now. I'm very excited to be sharing this with you. Since I started this channel, I have been doing the sort of like expected thing, and that is to upload tutorials and videos to the best of my ability and trying to sort of understand what could be the most valuable to my audience, and also understanding who my audience is. Kajabi has really helped me to understand all of that, to really trickle down and get the clarity. So thank you, Kajabi. I'm so happy to be starting with it. I'm not partnered with them yet, and I'm not sponsored by them, but I am just letting you know it's coming out now. Now, depending on when you're watching this, it might already be available. So if you have found my courses at this point of watching and you found them helpful, then please absolutely let me know in the comments. For now, here's to your better, more sort of aware reputational management. I wish you much luck in your endeavors with your business and your brand. Continue to grow and thrive, and I will see you in the next video.